Welcome back, cowboys and cowgirls, to the Network Marketing Cowboy channel. If you ever felt uncomfortable inviting someone into network marketing, chances are it wasn't because the model was wrong. It was because the method felt wrong. Maybe you were told, create urgency. Don't let them think too long. Close them before they lose excitement. You're a person of faith. Something inside you likely felt off. So today we're going to talk about why manipulation doesn't belong in kingdom business and why attraction always outperforms pressure. So let's jump right into it this week. So the first part, God never forces. He invites. Let's go to the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 20. Here I am. I stand at the door and knock. God knocks. He doesn't kick doors down. Jesus invited people to follow him. He wasn't out there chasing them. He wasn't pressuring them to come into his fold. He just follow me. That's all he says. Follow me. Now, what better way in network marketing is to be a leader and have people follow you. You don't have to be dragging people along. It's their own free will. I mean, if God honors free will, we should too. Remember, urgency is not the same as conviction. If you have conviction, you're going to have the sense of the urgency that's coming on there, but you're not using as a tactic to close people. So remember, if heaven doesn't manipulate, neither should we. Part 2, what manipulation looks like in network marketing. So we're just going to get down into the nitty-gritty of this. If we go to Proverbs chapter 20, verse 17. Food gained by fraud tastes sweet, but one ends up with a mouthful of gravel. So manipulation can look very subdued. Artificial deadlines, overstated income potential, emotional guilt, fear-based scarcity, over-celebrating unrealistic lifestyle. These tactics may create quick signups. They create long-term distrust because when people feel like they've been manipulated because they didn't reach the income that they was promised, all this stuff, or they felt like they was promised, things can go haywire quickly. Yeah, people are going to sign up really quick, but they're going to be gone in 90 days because they wasn't able to do what you was alluding to in your manipulation. So make sure you're speaking the truth and being a good steward. Network marketing can be very lucrative if it's done right and you're growing at the same time as your income potential. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, I'm sorry to say. There's people that have gotten rich very quickly, but they've most likely have had other network marketing groups that they've brought along that they've already had that trust built up with. So yeah, they can make a lot of money really quick. If you're starting out of never being in one before, it's probably going to take you a little bit more time to do it. So don't be fooled by, this is what you're going to do really quickly. It's not that way. Pressure might build numbers. It rarely builds leaders. So always keep that in the back of your mind, cowboys and cowgirls. So let's get into the third part. Why attraction works better than manipulation. Matthew chapter 5, verse 16. Let your light shine before others. Attraction comes from visible fruit. So you being you're being your authentic self, showing people your successes, your struggles, all this stuff. It's not always just showing the peaks and never the valleys. So make sure you're being truthful with your followers, people that you're talking to. Peace attracts. Confidence attracts. Clarity attracts. When you're always in peace and you're confident in what you're saying and you're clear about how you're describing it, people are going to listen. Now, I'm not saying everybody's going to listen. I'm not saying you'll never get a no. You're going to get no's. That's the whole point of this. It is to grow and learn how to overcome no's. Make sure piece of what you're saying, you're confident in what you're saying, and your clarity is in what you're saying. When your life reflects stability, people lean in more. Then you don't have to convince aligned people. You're not trying to convince them. They're going like, I get him. I trust him. Trust her. I get her. That's what you need to be focused on. You don't chase people into alignment. You live in alignment and let them come in. Part 4, education over persuasion. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7. Wisdom is supreme. Therefore, get wisdom. So teach more than you pitch. Educate people. Explain the model clearly. So make sure you understand the product at its core. You don't need to know everything about it, and be able to point them in the direction where they can get more educated. Explain the model, the network marketing company you're in. Explain how they get paid. Hopefully your company has provided videos and everything on this so you can go through it with them. And be honest about the effort they have to put into it. Be honest about this stuff. Then make sure you give space for questions. Allow them to ask questions. A lot of people don't ever do this next one. Encourage discernment. Ask those negative things, what you might have heard. Let's clarify that stuff right now. Let's get them out in the open. Because if one person's having it, more people has it. So you might as well confront that stuff. Because when somebody feels informed, they stay longer, they commit deeper, and they duplicate cleaner. So when somebody feels that well informed, they're going to do what you're asking them to do. They're going to build. They're going to get this financial freedom that we're all striving for. Remember, informed decisions produce stable builders. So make sure they're informed, so they're making the right decisions, so they're completely bought in at that. Just not off the hype. There's always good and bad in every single network marketing company. Be honest about it, because they have to choose what they feel is what's right for them. All right, so now let's jump into the 5th part here. Building with peace. James chapter 3, verse 17. The wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure, then peace, loving after. Ask yourself before every conversation, am I calm or am I desperate? I need to get this. I need to close this person. Ask, am I explaining or convincing when you're having that conversation with that person? And remember, everybody's in their own seasons of things. Ask themselves, am I honoring their season? Where are they at in their life journey? What are they looking for? They might be just looking for the product and not the business builder side. They might be looking to build the business of it. And every business builder really should use their own products and be their own walking testimonial. Desperation reeks, it leaks. It's just not good. People feel that. But when you're at peace, it reassures who you're talking to. Always remember that. Make sure you're going in there with an open mind, peace in your heart, because they're going to feel that. And they're also going to feel if your heart is in a desperation mode of having to make sure you sign them up. They're going to feel it. Whether they recognize it or not, they're going to feel something is off. So remember, if you need someone to say yes to feel secure, something is misaligned. Re-say that again, you guys. If you need someone to say yes to feel secure, something is misaligned. Be comfortable with the no's. Be okay with the no's, because that's where the peace should be at, because you know you didn't manipulate them. If they say yes, it's because you was honest. You was already secure in whatever answers they give you. So wrapping up this week, you guys, the right people don't need pressure. Network marketing done the right way feels clean. It feels calm. It feels confident. It feels aligned. If someone says no, bless them. If someone isn't ready, respect it. Because you're not building a moment, you're building a culture. So comment below, have you ever felt pressured in business? And if you have, what did it teach you? And in the next episode, we're going to talk about duplication as discipleship and why developing people matters more than enrolling them. And remember, cowboys and cowgirls, peace scales better than pressure. Build accordingly. God bless you all.